Hey guys, this is the newest of my digital scale video series, and in this video I'll be weighing 1982 copper pennies, American pennies, and determining whether they are copper or plated zinc, and what the ratio is of copper pennies to plated zinc pennies for the year 1982. For those of you who don't know, pennies were made of copper, 95% copper, up until 1982 when the switchover was made. And from that point on, they were made from zinc that was plated in copper. And that's why when you hold a modern penny in your hand, it has kind of that flimsy feel to it, and it doesn't feel as heavy. That's because it's not as heavy. And 1982 was the year that it happened, but unfortunately it was not an even, they didn't just stop making them in 1981 and then start making them in zinc in 1982. It was kind of like right in the middle of 1982 they made the change. So if you collect pennies, you don't know for sure which ones are the 1982s are copper and which are plated zinc. But I'm going to find out here, and we're gonna find out together. And you can see I have this piece of scratch paper, and I scribbled the two sections, copper and plated zinc, and we're gonna find out how many of each there are here. And okay, this one is 3 grams. What I've determined basically is that any pennies that are over 3 grams are most likely copper, and any pennies that are under 3 grams are most likely copper plated zinc. And see, that one is well under 3, 2.46, so it's pretty safe to say that that one is plated zinc. And I'm just going to keep doing this until both sections are filled out there, or until one of them is filled out, because it is possible that one will fill up faster than the other if the ratio is off. You can kind of, if you've been doing this for a while, you can kind of feel which ones are copper and which aren't. I'm going to guess that this one is not. Yep, it's not. I picked this scale up online. It's a pocket scale, and it has that blue backlighting, and it's really handy. And it was cheap too. I mean, this is one of the best purchases I've made online. This one, I'm gonna guess this is harder. I'm gonna say it's not, though. Yep, it's not. Some of you are probably wishing that the video would speed up at this point, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to bang these out. And that one was 3.08, so we're going to count that as copper. And I think that one, yep, that one's going to be copper too. This is a completely random sampling. Copper. Totally random. I have like a jar of 1982s. I just poured them right out into this cup here. Ooh. That one, it almost said 2.99. Yep, 2.41. There's quite a difference. It's looking like the ones that are copper are between 3 and 3.1, and the ones that are not are between kind of 2.4 and 2.5. That was a little bit heavier than the average for the non-copper ones. I'm going to guess that this one is copper, and it looks like it is. And this one is too. Yep. And I'm going to guess that that one is. And it is. They do vary more than you would expect, considering that they all came from the same place. And they were all planchettes at one point. And they were all cut from the same sheets of metal. I want to do enough to make sure that we have a definite majority here. We're getting to that point, so I think I'll stop pretty soon here. Once the pennies start getting out of frame. Feel free to skip ahead, by the way. People often complain in my videos that they're not edited enough, but it just happens to be my style that I like to shoot things somewhat raw. Like, occasionally I will do some editing. I mean, you will see that if you've been following my channel, but for the most part, I like to keep things simple. Alright, well, I think we'll call it a day there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 copper ones. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plated zinc. So, 6 times, yeah, so more than 3 times as many are copper than zinc. So, that's interesting.